Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Michael Pina Sr. Show. I'm your host, Michael Pina Sr. It's April 2nd, 2018. Listen, Dave Ramsey said, don't buy things you can't afford with money you don't have to impress people you don't even like. And I bring that quote up today because we're going to talk about vehicles. I got a couple of stories this weekend, and I've seen some people and talked to people that just seem to be trying to impress people with their vehicles. And you college students out there, please do not go to the car dealership and get a vehicle with these car dealers, these salesmen that are going to sell you something that you really can't afford. And if you need help, I'd be glad to go with you to go pick out a vehicle and make sure that you're getting something that you can afford. I can find some place to help you. All right? So get in touch with me. All right? Now listen, I'm going to tell you some stupid stories about myself, that qualifies me to help you. Because I don't want you to do stupid. I don't want you to do these things that I've done in the past. We're going to start back in 2000, I think it was, 2001 or something. I got myself and got my family a nice Ford Expedition. Of course, took out a loan, paying on that Expedition. And guess what? I had to do stupid right away again. I got myself a Chevy Impala, which at the time, seemed like a good idea. Two nice vehicles, but I was about $40,000 in debt on vehicles. I crashed the Chevy Impala, and I'm upside down on it. So now I owe money on a vehicle that I'm not even driving, that I don't even have. And then guess what happens? I can't afford the Expedition. So I do a voluntary repossession on the Expedition. So now I'm paying for two vehicles that I don't even own. I'm not even driving. So I think I do the smart thing. I get myself out of debt. We pay those things off. And I'm driving a $600 Chevy Cavalier. Paid for it with cash. Now, I get myself a job, or I'm getting into the insurance salesman position at that career. And I know I got to get myself something better. So I'm still doing what I think is pretty smart. I save up money. $3,000 is saved up. Pay cash for a 1998 Lincoln Town Car. And I love that vehicle. Nice big vehicle. And, I'm doing really well selling insurance. And my boss, who they call partners, brings me in his office and says, "You're doing really well. You've now qualified for a vehicle allowance. You're getting $800 a month for a vehicle allowance. You can afford to get yourself another car." I'm like, great. This is like an alcoholic telling him you can have that first drink. I'm off and running. I go to the car dealership, and of course, I get a used vehicle. Happens to be a 2006 Cadillac STS. $28,000 vehicle, okay, that now my car payment is $445 a month. And my insurance payment now for that vehicle is $350 a month. I think I'm doing great. I'm smart, right? I'm paying $795 a month for that vehicle that I have an allowance, a vehicle allowance of $800. Well, guess what? My numbers slip a little bit. I go from an $800 vehicle allowance to a $500 vehicle allowance. Guess who's got to come up with that difference? And then I got philosophical differences with this place. I don't agree with the things that they're doing. Now, I leave that job. Guess who's on the hook? Guess whose name that loan is under? That's right, this stupid guy. So I do a voluntary repossession, another stupid move, on the Cadillac. So don't get loans. Number one, now I've learned this, that if you're upside down on a vehicle and you want to get rid of it, sell the vehicle, sell the car. If you owe more on that vehicle than what it's worth, you got to take out a personal loan. So let's just say in this instance, I owe 20 grand on that vehicle, but I could only sell it for $15,000. You got to take out a personal loan for $5,000 so that you can pay off the bank, pay off the vehicle, get the title, give that to the new owner. You now have a $5,000, personal loan that you're paying off. Put that in your debt snowball. So that would have been the smart thing for me to do. But now, I'm, at this point right now, just to let you know, I now have two vehicles that are 100% paid off. They're not anything that's going to impress anybody. I got a 2001, Toyota Camry. We also have a 2006 Ford F-150, both paid for with cash. And oh, by the way, for those two vehicles plus my son's vehicle, we pay $214 a month, which comes out to about $2,400 a year for insurance. So I'm telling you, when I qualify for stupid, I qualify for it. So stop using money. Stop using vehicles to impress people. It's not impressing anybody. It's just showing people how stupid you are. I didn't realize it at the time, but I was just showing people really how stupid I was. All right? So, that's my stupid story of the day. And, the moral of the story, too, is a lot of people out there, just because you get a vehicle allowance, doesn't mean that you can afford that vehicle. What I should have done, which would have been smart, was to take that $800 a month, put it in a separate account for a vehicle, which you should be doing if you want to upgrade in car or in vehicle, and save up. If I had $800 a month after 1 year, that would have been $9,600. I think you could get a pretty good vehicle for $9,600. Okay? So listen, don't do stupid. If you get that debt snowball rolling, pay that vehicle off, and, don't do it again. Don't continuously put yourself into debt. All right. So that's enough on vehicles for today. I want to just talk to you about the podcasts that are coming up. Michael Pina Jr. will be here inside studio, which you'll be able to get more of a look at. I'm working on my own studio, working on my own dreams, and that's what it's going to be about. People living their passions, having a plan to reach their dreams. And I'm excited. I want you to be excited. You got to like my page at Pina Financial Coaching to see that Facebook Live. And, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'm going to continue to kind of promote that show. I want as many people to see that. It's going to be a work in progress for me. I'm trying to set my podcast up. This is going to be interesting for me to do. And, I'm living my passion one day at a time. I want to help you live your passion one day at a time. I want to win. I want to help you win. Let's win together.